we gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear my voice. This is not going to be a long live. I'm just going to finish up from yesterday, but let me know if you can hear me right quick. Y'all know that breakfast gave me the itis, baby. The itis. She said, yes, we can hear you. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know this was last minute. I didn't put the schedule out. I just kind of hit live. So anyway, y'all thumbs it up. Y'all are early. Y'all must have gotten the notifications. I did post it to the group. Some people are probably still at church or eating Sunday dinners or things of that nature, or just out shopping or just chilling with their families. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the last 10 things that of the request. Like I said, this is not going to be a long live, okay? But we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, hey, everybody. Hey, beautifuls. How y'all doing? She said, you are spoiling us. We don't usually get a live on Sunday. I know. I am spoiling you guys today. So, yes, thank you for even recognizing that. But I just want to tell y'all something before we move forward. Jesus. Woosa. 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 Sometimes you got to woosa. Listen, there's a lot of noise out in the streets. Please don't listen to the noise, okay? Don't listen to the noise. Please don't listen to the noise. Everybody does not understand the purpose of paperwork, legal paperwork, things that are filed versus what's being requested, okay? So please don't pay attention. Don't get your panties in a knot. I'm pretty sure that you guys are not, because I'm pretty sure y'all are way, way, way smarter than that, okay? All right. So with that being said, Bria is not in any trouble, okay? The request from Johnnel is just a request. Please understand that this is a legitimation case, okay? This is not even a custody case. This is for him to become legitimized, really just to be named the father, okay? She says it's just a process. Exactly. And all the stuff that he's requesting, please know he is not going to get. All right. Thank you, Barbara Clark. Thank you guys for pointing to my channel. I do have a goal met. Listen, I'm already speaking it into existence. I do have a goal that I put up, and we will play the goal met song once it's met. So thank you guys. I also have my coffee if y'all want to bless me with a coffee. But please just know that it's a lot of noise that's saying, people are making videos and live streams saying things like, oh, this is it. Bree's in trouble. Johnnel's going to bring her down. Please don't believe that stuff, okay? I don't know why people put out those propagandas. I think it's done to try to scare people, or to even try to maybe even scare Bree. Trust and believe, Bree is not scared. For what? She has not done anything to lose her children. People are weird out here, like literally weird. They try to just put stuff in the atmosphere. And again, like I said, it's done to scare. It promotes fear, okay? And she's not done. Bree's gonna be done. Bree's gonna be done. Bree's not gonna be done. Like these people, it baffles me how much people holler and scream, I love God, I love Jesus, I know God, I know Jesus, I'm a woman of God, I'm a woman of Jesus. But yet they come out and they put out these propagandas. How Bree gonna be done? Only God can finish Bree. Like, come on, stop it already. All right. So, like I said, this is literally something small that's being drawn to make it look big. Okay. These papers that was submitted, to be honest with you, it actually, in my opinion, makes Johnnel look like a goofy. Okay. It really does. It makes him look like a goofy. The shit that he is asking in a I keep saying the name wrong, legitimized case, right? She said, thank you for sacrificing your day off to bring part 2 to us. Oh, Steffi, thank you so much. I appreciate you, girl. I do. I appreciate all you guys for even being here. And y'all share this live out. Y'all know they restricted me yesterday for saying something that they said was bad. I don't think it was bad. I was just responding to somebody in my comments, but they restricted me until the 28th. So I can't say much on my channel. I can, but it's not going to go far. So you guys got to help me share this live out, because your reach might be further than mine. My reach is not that far. They got me on restriction for 2 days. Okay. So nevertheless, she said he's requested for an interview and she will not have to show. He's stupid. Wait a minute. You said what now? His request is for the internet. Oh yeah, his request is for the internet, and she would not have to show. He's stupid. Exactly. This is merely for the internet. A lot of this stuff, as I told y'all, because I have ChatGPT helping me. Okay, ChatGPT is helping me help you guys. It's helping me help you understand the process and what's going on. A lot of the things that he's asked for, she would never, ever have to even provide. So we know that because we're smart people, right? And I think other people may know it, but they want to push a narrative. They want to make this seems like it's something bigger than what it really, really is. Okay. Thank you, Bobby Jones. He will never, never get some of the things that he is requesting. Okay, let me tell you what happens in a legitimized case. Okay, legitimization case. Okay, it's so many syllables. Legitimization. I can't even say it all together like that. But anyway, he's trying to become the legal father of the twins because in the state of Georgia, even though you sign a birth certificate, even though you claim the kids, you are not considered the legitimate father, right? Or the legal father until you apply for legitimization, unless you were married to the person. So this is a normal procedure in the state of Georgia for a father to be recognized legally as the father. That's one thing. So this, and I think I told y'all this. The paperwork he did, Briana told him to do it. Briana had to tell him to do it before they could set a schedule for you, a visitation schedule, because he wanted a standard visitation schedule. She had to tell him, Johnnel, before they can set a visitation schedule for you, you have to become legitimized. So that's why he even filed the paperwork in the first place, because Briana told him to. She said, this is what you have to do. They were actually still together when she told him that. So he did that, right? So he did that, but we know even after he did that, she said, Johnnel got drugged into this BS. This is why I do not approve of my son dating a woman with kids. She's a mess. Johnnel is a mess, champion of truth. He didn't get drugged into this BS. He stepped into this BS, and he stepped big, okay? So he didn't get drugged into no BS. He stepped in this BS all voluntarily, okay? So we're not gonna coddle him over here. We're not gonna act like he was tricked, finagled, or any of that bullshit. Okay, it was plenty of times for him to just move on. He was enjoying the free ride. Okay, he was enjoying the fact that he didn't have to pay no bills. He didn't have to take care of no financial responsibility. He was being a whole bomb ass nigga out here. Okay, so he didn't get drugged into shit. He was getting free trips out the country. He was getting a whole lot of shit. He didn't get drugged nowhere. He's a grown-ass man. Matter of fact, he's older than Briana. He's 38 years old. He ain't get drugged in shit. Okay? So we're not coddling him over here. But nevertheless, we're going to continue. So like I said, Bree told him what he needed to do in order to become the legal father here in the state of Georgia. Okay? So with that being said, he did that. The rest of this shit is for the internet. Okay, this is for the bloggers to try to scare Bree into thinking that, oh my God, Bree, this is it, girl. This is it, girl. You are about to be done. Okay, it's all bullshit. Okay, he is a baby's father of her twins. That's it. That's all. They were not married. He's not going to be entitled to more than what Robert was entitled to. And y'all saw that Robert asked for things in his little write-up or his request that he didn't even get. Remember when Robert came out and said his lawyer, same lawyer as Johnnel, asked for her financials? Well, he got what he got. He got what he got, right? And the reason why I think that they really wanted her financials because they wanted to do what we did to Robert. Say, damn, you owe this company that. You owe this company this. Damn, you $14,000 upside down on your cars. That's what they want to be able to do to breathe. And, you know, she may have to do a worksheet or whatever, right? She may have to do one. However, please understand that this is not even a custody case. He has not even filed for custody yet. But furthermore, I have not seen a mother to ever lose custody of her children for just because the man wants custody. She has to be found unfit. Okay? She literally has to be found unfit. And I just don't understand for the life of me how Briana is going to be found unfit. Now, I want to go a little further before I get into these last 10. Do y'all remember he's a narcissist? What's his name? Ooh, y'all. The guy on Huntsville, the something of Huntsville, Marriage of Huntsville, The Love of Huntsville, is some type of reality show where the guy is a narcissist and he was married to this lady and they have like 4 children together. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? The Love of Narcissism, The Marriage of Martell. Thank you. I'm so glad y'all be knowing this shit more than me. Okay, these shows. Martell, right? Everybody know Martell possessed narcissistic traits, right? Narcissistic behavior. He went after, what's the girl name? The lady, the baby, the mother, the wife, ex-wife. He went after her. Yeah, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Thank you. He went after her for custody. But he did it because he wanted to hurt her. What's her name? Sherelle or something like that. What's her name? Melanie. So Melanie. So he went after her, even dropped videos of her hitting him. Remember, she hit him. I want to say she hit him with a shovel or something like that, right? Or chased him with a shovel. I just know she hit him with something, and everybody was saying the same thing. Oh, he got her. She doomed. She about to lose the children. Y'all remember that, right? Everybody was out here talking so much smack about Mel. Even Tasha K. Oh, Tasha K had Martell on her show for a wider reach to make Mel look bad, to make it seem like she was the abuser and he was the victim. Because that's the only reason why he went on Tasha K. Let's tell it like it is, right? They wanted to paint Mel in a bad light, right? And it did not happen. And he went after the kids and he lost bigly, okay? He lost because, one, how you going to find her unfit for the children? And this was also, oh no, it wasn't in Georgia. This was in the state of Alabama, I think. Yeah, Alabama, Huntsville, Alabama, yeah. So this is in Alabama. So anyway, all I'm saying is, and he was way worse, to be honest with you. Well, I don't know if he way worse than Johnnel. Hell, they might be the same. Who knows, right? Johnnel's just not on that level yet. But nevertheless, he wanted custody, and people were like, oh my God, Martell loved his kids so much. He's always with them. He loved his kids. He loved his kids. I even said Martell seemed like he do love his kids. He might be a narc, but he love his kids. But I'm just noticing that narcs really don't love their children. Narcs just put up a good front, okay? They don't really love their kids. The things that they do to the mothers and to try to, piss the mother off, make the mother look bad, insult the mother, shame the mother, embarrass the mother, that's not love for a child, okay? That is absolutely, just because you spend time with your kids or just because you post photos of your children online does not mean true love, okay? So anyway, with that being said, he went after, tried to act like he was going to take custody of the kids, and he lost big time, okay? He really lost big time. So, and exactly, Brown Sugar, narcs don't really want custody of the kids. They just want to torture the mother. Thank you for even saying that. Thank you. And that is so true. And we found that out on this channel a long time ago. They don't want custody of the kids. They want to bother the mother's peace, okay? They want to bother the mother's peace. So with that being said, y'all, don't think for one moment that Johnnel will get custody of those twins, because why? How? She said, can someone tell me if the ex-boyfriend got a PTO on her? I heard this. So it's not a PTO, it's called a gag order. And no, and first of all, let's back it up. It's not a gag order. So when you are when you get out on a bond, a criminal bond, when you get out on a bond, they give you guidelines and tell you you have to stay within the perimeters of these guidelines. One of the guidelines was she cannot speak on him. Okay? She cannot speak on him. So, with that being said, now let me check and see before I run my mouth, because I like to verify what it is that I'm saying. I don't like to just talk out my ass. Hold on. Because there's a whole lot of people that just constantly talk out their ass, don't have no idea what they talking about. Just come out here and say the most stupidest, idioticest shit ever. Just stupidest shit ever. Have no idea what they talking about. But let me just look before I say that. You asked a question, I'm going to give you the correct answer, not just the bullshit. Hold on. That's why I'm glad I'm able to have access to these sites, because I can look up the information instead of relying on going to somebody else's channel and peeping in on what it is that they're doing and saying just to repeat it. I want to know the facts, baby. And let me just say this while this is pulling up. Anything I say out of my mouth is based on my opinion only. I'm definitely not trying to defame nobody's character, but over here, we're going to talk about it, okay? All right. Y'all hit that thumbs up button for your girl, please, and thank you. Hold on. I'm pulling up the real receipts, honey. This is not me having to go to somebody else's channel and regurgitate the bullshit that they say out of their mouth, okay? Whether it's true or not, I like to know for myself. So allow me. Okay. It's not under there. So it's not under Johnnel's name. Let me look up under Briana's name. I'm still looking. It's still pulling up, you guys. She said, why he lying that she is sleeping, she's keeping the kids if she can't even speak to him. He's been saying that though, remember? He was saying he couldn't see the kids when he was seeing the kids. Same thing that Robert was doing. They're taking the notes out of each other's playbook. Robert lied too. Robert was seeing Momo, had access to see Momo, but he was lying. It was for the internet. Let's just call it what it really is. It was for the internet. A show for the internet. Some of these just won't shows. Hold on, you guys. It's still coming. It's doing this merry-go-round thing. Round and round she go. Round and round she go. But it's coming. Come on. It's spinning right now, y'all. Hold on. Sometimes it does that when the system is busy. We might have some people in here that as soon as I said it, they went to go look. I don't know. Let me hit refresh. Come on now. Hold on, you guys. Come on. Let me try it again. All right, let's do it again. Okay. So I don't see a protective order on her. Let me just give you guys the proof. So hold on, let me move this out the way. These are the cases. All of these are not Briana cases. You will see an assault case in here that does not belong to our Briana. It's a different Briana battle. So all of these are not Briana's battle, and that's why they was over there telling people that she got an assault charge back in October, and that was not her aggravated assault. That's not Briana. So the only thing I see on Briana and Johnnel is just this case, and it's the parental legitimation case. Damn, I can't say that fucking word right. But anyway, that's all it is. Okay. That's it. So that's all he has on her. So there is no restraining order. Y'all see this? And even I could do the arrow over to number 11, and that's something different. May not even be the same Briana. Okay. So again, y'all see me over here. I can show y'all proof. Don't just be talking shit and repeating garbage. All right. So with that said, no, there is no TPO on Briana, but there is a bond on her bond release. She cannot say anything to him. She cannot call him. They have a case out there that's pending. And yeah, she said, what's crazy is how he has money to pay for a lawyer, but doesn't say anything to the kids. Girl, you better say that with your full chest. Same with Robert. Robert literally wastes money on a lawyer when he could have applied that toward his arrears. Literally. He went to court for child support, to set the amount, and he hired a lawyer. He hired a lawyer when he could have been applying that money. And judges look at that. They look at, oh, you haven't financially provided for your child, but you have spent money for a lawyer. Yeah, they look at that. So nevertheless, let's pull up the case from last night. Let's continue it. All right. And for the life of me, which I'm not gonna argue back and forth with anybody on the internet that has a problem with me covering anything that I cover. Okay. But I want you guys to know, don't listen to people like that, that have a problem with whatever I cover. Y'all remember, this is not my first rodeo with people having a problem with things that I cover. Most of the time, people that have a problem with things that you cover is because they literally just mad at anything that you say. Hell, you can come out here and cover the sprinkles that you put on top of your ice cream, whether they chocolate sprinkles or candy sprinkles. They'll be mad about that. Okay. It's not that they're mad about one particular thing that you're covering. They're just mad that you are still covering anything and still have an audience. You have to know the difference. Okay. One thing I do agree with what Hominy said, and that is we should mind our own platforms, right? And stop trying to judge people on how they blog and who they blog on. But some people don't know how to do that, right? And I'm just going to be honest, and this is not me tooting my own horn, but at the same time, beep, 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 beep. I bother the very essence of some of these people out here. I am their ceiling. They watch me because they're trying to get where I am. Okay. And I don't come out here and act like I'm all that and a bag of chips, but they do. They make it like I am all that and a bag of chips. Okay. So they watch my live streams just so they can have something to talk about on their channels. They get outraged, and it's all fake outrage, right? Fake outraged at what it is that I talk about because they really wish that they could shut me the fuck up, period. Just like they can't shut Briana up or make Briana disappear. They can't shut me up or make me disappear either. I'm starting to feel sorry for these people because I'm just at this point like, damn, I bother you that bad. That bad. Hold on. She said, a male would treat you how you treat his, wait a minute, a male will treat you how he treats his mother. And we heard how he treats her. They're part of the reason he's so dysfunctional and disrespectful, champion. Oh, yeah. You sent me a super chat to respond to her. I love it. Thank you so much, Nell. I appreciate you. She says, I don't underestimate why Robert keeps getting away with not paying his child support. Bree needs to request that the payments he pay through the court. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. One day at a time, sweet Jesus. Okay, hold your horses. That may already be in the works. But nevertheless, so let's continue. Let's knock out these last 10 of the report that he is requesting. But like I was saying, and I want this heard. I want this because, if they're going to watch everything I do anyway, I'm sure they're going to watch this, right? Because, baby, let me tell you something. If I want to ask y'all something right quick. If you felt like somebody was a complete liar, right? Everything they say is a lie. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie, right? They're demonic. They're evil. They're dark, right? They're the worst out here. They don't know how to blog. They're just a shit starter, a troublemaker. Would you watch them? Would you continue to watch them? Would you continue to go over there and listen to what it is that they're saying? If they're all of that to you, a liar, demonic, evil, shit starter, dark energy, would you watch them? Would you sit there and listen to their voice? Because won't their voice become cringe after a while? Would you watch them? I would think it would be very unhealthy to watch someone that is just a liar, dark energy, the devil, evil, just dark, hateful, spiteful, don't know how to blog, lie all the time, put out incorrect information. Why would I waste my time, my ears, my health, my spirit? Why would I want that into my system? Right? It makes no sense to me. Thank you, 200. She said, just sick. The obsession and jealousy is creepy. Keep doing you and more. Everyone can talk but you. That devil is a lie, hypocrite. Baby, thank you, girl. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Listen. So anyway, I find it concerning that someone would literally say all of these things, but at the same time, they know everything I talk about. Every single thing I talk about. She said, hell no, that's why I don't go over there and don't know what the hell they are saying. Look, Candace. It is crazy. So anyway, with that being said, trust me when I tell you some of this stuff out here is just a bunch of noise, okay? A bunch of noise, literally. So with that being said, we're going to continue these last 10. And then we're not going to spend all day on Sunday on live. We're going to do this. And then I have a class that I will be doing I'm going to do it at 6 o'clock my time today. So that's 7 Eastern Standard. It's going to be 6 my time. And I'll send out the link when I get offline. Okay. So let's get into the last 10, you guys. Let's get into the last 10. The last 10. We went over a lot yesterday. And again, for those that, if this is your first time in here and missed it yesterday, baby, you got to go back and listen to yesterday's live. We broke down a lot of the requests that Johnnel is making. Johnnel know this is a far reach, right? I believe that he know this is a far reach. But again, I believe a lot of this stuff was done to embarrass her. A lot of this stuff is not even going to be even brought up. When I tell you, I like the fact that Briana has the same lawyer that she had from her divorce. She has not switched up yet. She have not changed lawyers yet. She has worked with the same lawyer. And that's best to do sometime, especially if you're in the same state and you could do that, simply because they already know what you were dealing with. So this lawyer already know what Briana went through during the marriage. during the divorce. She knows who this person is attached to. Okay. She knows the motives. She knows what's going on. So I love that for her. I love the fact that Brittany can fight for Briana because she knows Briana. She really knows her as a client. So Brittany will be handling this case as well. Okay. So with that being said, let's talk about this, right? So we left off, we finished up number 26 yesterday, and we left off going into 27. It's only 10 more left. I'm saying only, yeah, he requested 37 things from Briana, and we are on number 27. So number 27 says, all documents and other evidence showing or reflecting or tending to show Johnnel's contribution, financial or in kind, for the benefit of his children or any of your other children. And it's funny that he says, or any of your other children, right? Because I wonder, is he going to try to say, oh, I took them out to eat, or I bought such and such a shirt, So anyway, it says, or any of your other children, including but not limited to payments of any debts or expenses associated with raising of Johnnel Young's children, including but not limited to performance of any household or child rearing chores. What? Chores? Including but not limited to cooking, cleaning, bathing, laundry, or changing pampers or diapers at any time up to and through the trial of this action. So all documents and other evidence showing or reflecting him contributing, including cleaning, cooking, bathing, laundry, changing the damn diapers or whatever, right? This is funny to me. So we're going to have ChatGPT to break this one down. And listen, another thing, don't let people get y'all panties in a wad about my ChatGPT, baby. Lawyers use ChatGPT too. Okay. All right. So we're going to break this down to find out basically why is he asking for this. Okay. So Johnnel. Okay, here we go. Oh, I met my goal already? Already? What? Already? Wait a minute. I met my goal already. We've only been live for 38 minutes. Really? Okay, all right, let me stop. Thank y'all so much. Let's play this Gold Met song, baby. Here we go.
Gold Met, yeah, it's up now. Big super chest, hear the cash sound, screen say go. That's facts now. Run it up right now. Gold Met, yeah, it's up now. Big super chest, hear the cash sound, screen say go. That's facts now. Run it up right now.
Thank y'all so very much. I do appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Y'all know I do. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. So, damn, that was fast. That was so fast. Y'all are the bomb. I love it. I love these tongues. I love the tongues. You're so funny. All right. So, let's get into what this is talking about, you guys. All right. So, in plain English, what is Johnnel asking for in paragraph number 27? He is asking Briana to provide any and all proof that shows what Johnnel has contributed toward the children. Money, as far as child support, bills or expenses, or in-kind support, non-money contributions. So he noted the in-kind would be considered helping raise the kids in any way, like cooking, cleaning, bathing, doing laundry, changing diapers, general parenting / household help. Okay. Time frame from the past all the way up through the trial. All right. So he's saying, anytime I've ever been around, what have I contributed toward the children? All right. So in simple terms, show proof of anything I've done financially or physically to help with the kids. Why is Johnnel asking this? This type of request is strategic, not random. Here are the main reasons. One, to build a good father narrative. I'm just a great father. I help you wash dishes and shit. I dried them off last Thursday. Even if he hasn't paid consistently, he may try to argue. I've been involved. I've helped in other ways. I took out the trash, remember? That's support. I emptied the doo-doo diapers. That's support. But courts don't only look at money, they look at overall involvement. That's number one. Number two, to reduce or avoid child support altogether. It can show he contribute in other ways besides financial. He provide care and support. Come here, girl. Lay your head on my shoulder. Tell daddy what's going on. What's going on? You okay? All right, all right. Daddy love you. Now go and sit down now. Go and sit down. Go and sit down. That's my child support for the month. He may try to argue he shouldn't owe as much as the Georgia standard calculator will calculate, or that he already paid from other efforts or services, okay? Didn't I clean that crumbs out of the back of your car when I took your car up to the car wash? Yeah, that's my child support. That's my contribution, okay? That's my contribution. This is especially relevant if he's behind or have never paid, okay? But number three, he could also be doing this to challenge Briana's claim. If Briana is claiming that he has done nothing, he's never helped, never paid a dime, he can say, yes, I did. Look at me. I did this. I cleaned the rug. I washed the dishes. I sprinkled the grass. That's contribution toward the twins, all right? Now, he's trying to find any evidence to contradict Briana. Even the small things like, I watched the kids while you went and got your hair done. I went and bought groceries the other day because you was too tired to get out of the bed. You know what I mean? So number four, to prepare for custody visitation arguments, courts look at who's been the most active parent in the children's lives, okay? So he could show them, I bathed the kids, I watched them, I participate in their care, I comb their hair. He can argue for more visitations, shared custody, or at least not being cut out completely, all right? Number five, he could be fishing expedition. Very important. This is also what lawyers call a broad discovery request. What does this mean? He may not even have proof himself of anything that he's done for the kids, and he's hoping that Briana accidentally turned this shit in and provided to the lawyer to help him say, look, Your Honor, see, this is what I did. I bathed the kids 5 days in a row. I belched them after Briana breastfed them. I've been there. I've done that. I've taken care of the kids, okay? All right? So anyway, what this means for Briana, this request actually can cut both ways. If he truly never contributed toward the care and the expenses of the baby, this exposed him as being a deadbeat. But if there are small instances that he's done for the children, then he may try to inflate them, okay? And say, see, I've done this. I may not have paid no child support for the twins, but I took Isaiah to a concert. Yeah, that Briana paid for it, but he can say, no, I bought the tickets. She gave me credit online. I bought these tickets. I bought these tickets to this concert. I paid for this. I did this, okay? Anyway, this type of request is often used when someone doesn't have strong financial proof, so they try to build a presence argument instead, okay? So basically, he doesn't have financial proof, Cash Apps, PayPal, Zelles, or just money transfers of financial providing for the kids. So he wants credit for mopping, sweeping, picking up Cheerios off the floor, okay? He is trying to get non-monetary value credit of his services because he know he ain't paid a mother effing dime, okay? All right, so that's what number 27 means. Let's go to number 28, shall we? Here we go. Any and all documents or other evidence showing or reflecting your interest in and or compensation or profit derived from any business ventures, companies you have established or joint or became a partner, members, officer, director, or shareholder thereof, or other efforts by you to earn any revenue of income from January 1, 2022 through the date. So here he's just asking for more money proof. I mean, this was the bulk of it anyway. He want money. He want receipts. He wants to know where the money at, where the money at, where the money at, where the money at, where the money at. Okay. He literally wants to know where the money at. And I don't understand why it is mentioned so many times in this document, but I will ask ChatGPT in a minute because I'm going to run the whole entire document. And I'm going to ask, why did he ask for evidence of documents of evidence of money? Why? What the fuck? Like, why? God damn, you know? So anyway, that's what he's asking for. He wants money, right? All documents, any evidence showing or reflecting interest in. Now he wants to know what's her interest in anything else and what profits derive from those interests or whatever, right? But anyway, going to number 29, all documents or other evidence showing or reflecting your receipts of any funds of money or any nature from any other persons or entity for any purpose, including compensation or gifts from January 1 through the date, okay? All right, number 30, same thing. He just want any money you got, any money. I mean, you know, Briana, this tells me that Briana has made more money than any of the other women that they have ever slept with, okay? Briana, this clearly shows to me that they think that Briana is the big bag, okay? They don't want to call her Big Bree, but they can call her Big Bag because I have never seen broke, busty, dusties ask for this much evidence proof of money. She said he might want boyfriend alimony. Girl, you almost made me fucking fall out my chair just read that, talking about so he want boyfriend alimony. He want alimony. He said, I've been there for 2 years. Get the calculator out. He's like, I want some boyfriend alimony. I want 2 years worth. That's how much you owe me a month, baby. He want boyfriend alimony, okay? Listen, this is funny to me. That joker want boyfriend alimony. All right, so number 27, number 28, 29 is pretty much the same, except, you know, it's asking for money, but difference because now he wants money that people may have given you as a gift or whatever, like maybe GoFundMe's or, Amazon gifts or something like that. That's what he wants. So number 30, all documents or other evidence showing or reflecting the furnishing of and or payments of healthcare premiums for any of your children from January 1, 2023 through the date of trial of this action, including but not limited to a copy of all healthcare policies or plans, any documents breaking down the premium cost of any plan, policies, any provision or document showing the number of persons covered, and any provision or document showing whether the policy or plan in a family plan or plan is a family plan, or showing all allocations of the difference between the cost per covered person in each policy. Now, I'm going to run this one, but I'm going to tell you before or while it's being ran, he's not going to get this information, especially not from January of 2023. Anything that she's paid toward her own children's healthcare benefits before having twins by Johnnel is none of his motherfucking business. I don't even understand why he is privy to any type of information or any type of money spent toward children that don't belong to him, okay? This is none of his business. They did not have a child in January of 2023. They met in January of 2023, but this joker literally wants what she paid for medical expenses, healthcare expenses, dental expenses for her children, right? The healthcare premium for her children starting in January of 2023. Please, somebody tell me, how is that any of his business? It is not any of his business. The kids was born in December of 2024, right? If the kids have health care, which we know they have to have health care because she takes them to the doctor regularly, if he wants to know that from January 2025 or December 2024 and going, then I could see him having privy to that information. But nevertheless, a matter of fact, let me put this information in here. Their twins were not born until December 2024. However, the relationship started January 2023. All right. So first, let me tell you what he's doing, and then we're going to say, how is he privy to any of this information? All right. So what is he doing? Breaking it down. He's asking Briana to provide all proof related to health care for the kids, including who is paying for the health care insurance, any documents showing monthly premium, who is actually paying for them, copies of the insurance itself, full policies or plan documents to cover detail. He wants the cost breakdown, how much the insurance costs, how much it costs per child, whether it's an individual plan or a family plan. Who is covered under this plan? Is it just the kids? Is it just his kids, Briana, her other children? How many people are on this plan? He wants the time frame from January 1st of 2023 and to present. In simple terms, show me everything about the kids, the health insurance, who pays it, how much it costs, and how it is structured. Why Johnnel is asking for this. This one is very strategic, probably more important than the last one. He wants to reduce what he owes. Health insurance is a major factor in the child support calculation. So if Briana is paying it, he may be required to reimburse for part of it. However, if he can argue that the cost is inflated, it is include other people, it's not solely for his kids, he can try to lower his share. Okay. So basically, he wants to know, is it a family plan? So all the kids up under one big family plan, because he wants to be able to say, she's paying for her other children. I am not responsible for all of that. Okay. He can say, you're not paying that whole amount just for my kids. So if you're saying that you pay $600 a month for a family of 7, I'm only responsible for 2 of that. So I only want, out of that 600, give me $40. I pay $40 and that's it. That's all. Okay. Now let's talk about, I just put in there that their relationship started January of 2023, but their twins were not born until December of 2024. It says here, it says, good catch, and you're right to question it because on the face, it feels overreaching, but legally there is a reason this shows up like this. Oh, okay, well, let's talk about it. All right, it says he's not automatically entitled to everything from 2023 just because they were dating. He's asking it because it gives him leverage. It helps him build a financial narrative, and discovery rules allow people to ask broadly first, then narrow it down later. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So why is he asking for 2023 before the twins were born? To establish a financial pattern. He may be trying to show what her financial situation looked like before the children that they have together, whether she was already paying insurance or any dependents existed on the insurance plan. For what though? This isn't a new expense caused by the kids. Oh, so basically he's saying she was already paying the insurance. So the insurance didn't, she was already paying for insurance. So having the twins and adding them on there, it didn't just create a new bill. She was already paying this. So she should still be able to carry it because she was already paying for it, So anyway, and then he wants to separate her life versus their children together. If she already had a family plan with other children covered on there, he can argue, you didn't take on this cost because of our children together. You already had it and you was already able to afford it without me. What the fuck? Okay. I did not realize that. Okay, but anyway, then it also to challenge her claims later. If she says, I've been paying all of this for the kids, he can come back with, you had this same plan before the kids was even born. So that weakens the argument that that bill created a financial burden for her. Oh, okay. So basically, what he trying to say is she was already holding it down, paying for her children, um, bills and health care and dental before they ever had kids. So now that they have kids, it shouldn't be an extra burden. Okay. All she did was just added two more kids, and it couldn't have raised the amount sky high or to the roof. Okay. So she should be able to afford to continue paying her healthcare expenses. Okay. I think that's some bullshit, but nevertheless. All right, let's continue. Number 31. Copies of all activities on online networking, social media websites, online dating or soliciting sites, personal blogs, public photo sites, and any similar electronic or internet accounts, including a copy of your Facebook data, if applicable, a download of your Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram history, if applicable, a download of your Instagram history via Story Savers for Instagram app, if applicable, a download of your Twitter data, if applicable, and any other profile with an available history of profile. Child. All right. So we already kind of spoke on this yesterday. This is an invasion of privacy. We kind of put in there that basically he was asking for shit that he probably know he wasn't going to get. But let's just break it down of why, what exactly he's asking for and why he is not going to get it. Okay, hold on. What number we on? We are on number 31. All right, here we go. Love and Vibe says, I hope she asked for all of this stuff too, shaking my hand. I don't even think her lawyer is going to ask for the stupidity. She's just going to push back and be like, Joker, if you don't go take several seats, something like that. All right, so number 31 is where things get real aggressive. This one is not casual at all. This is a full-blown deep dive into her personal life, okay? So basically, what is he asking for? All of Briana's social media and online activities, including but not limited to all of y'all. All of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, dating apps. This joker won't dating apps, blogs, photo sharing sites, any similar accounts. What exactly he wants? Full data downloads from these platforms, message history, post history, story history, profile information, even deleted expired ones if recoverable, not just what's visible. He wants back-end data, the full history. Why is he asking for this? And this is key. This is not about curiosity. This is total strategy to attack her character. He wants this to attack her character. He's looking for anything that he can paint her as irresponsible, unstable, reckless, inappropriate. And in a custody case, character equal everything. He wants to find relationships evidence. It says, remember number 23 in the document. He already asked about her sexual romantic relationships, right? Now this request supports that. He's trying to find who she's dating, how often, what kind of lifestyle she's living. Then he wants to argue this environment isn't ideal for the children. He wants to paint a lifestyle narrative toward Briana. He's looking for posts that shows that she's partying, that she's drinking, she's traveling a lot, being away from the children, late nights, dropping it like it's hot. Even normal behavior can be twisted into not focus on the children. He wants to catch her up in contradictions, right? If she says, I'm always with my kids, but he has a post of her showing a trip, a night out with the girls, different timelines. He can use it to say, see, she's a liar. That attacks her credibility. Then a fishing expedition on steroids. This is the big one. He doesn't know what's there. So he's hoping something can embarrass her. Something can be inconsistent. Something that he can twist. Damn. He wants to use her own words against her. The posts, the captions, the messages equal what? Admission. Courts love screenshots, statements in your own words. Even jokes can be used seriously in court. Here's the problem for him, though. And I want y'all to hear this loud and clear, okay? Because just because Johnnel is requesting this information does not mean he's going to get it. So the people that says he got her back up against the wall, this lawyer is smart. This lawyer knows what he's doing. This lawyer is asking for everything, and she is going to have to give up everything. Not true. Not true at all. Trust me when I tell you it is not true at all. Just because they ask do not mean they're going to get. The problem for Johnnel here is this request is very broad and can be challenged by Briana's paid lawyer. Why is that? Because it asks for activities, all activities across multiple platforms with no clear limitations. This can be argued as broad, overly broad, invasive of my personal mother effing life, and not reasonably limited to relevant issues. What the fuck are you looking for? What he really wants, and this all boils down to, he's trying to build one of these arguments. She's not focused on the kids. Her lifestyle is questionable. Her environment isn't stable. She's not a credible person, okay? This is a classic move when someone doesn't have strong evidence of poor parenting. So they go after image, lifestyle, and perception. He couldn't build a case off of Bree's not a good mother, so now he's digging through her social media, hoping to build one off just perception, what it looks like. What it looks like is strategic and aggressive, but it's meant to dig up dirt, build a narrative, and pressure her. However, it's also one of the easiest requests for Brittany to ball up and throw back into her lawyer's face and say, find something better to do with your time because you own one. This is one of the easiest ones for them to ball up and throw right back in his face. Okay? Okay? Let's move right along. All right. So now we are on number 30. I lost my space. We are on number 30. That was number 31. So now 32. Number 32 says, provide a copy of your proposed child support worksheet, all schedules and all supporting evidence and documents pursuant to the OCGA section 19615, as well as all documents and other evidence showing tending to show or showing the basis for your arrival of the amount used for your revenue of income. Johnnel Young's income, any business expenses used for Schedule B, all documents or evidence used to determine the amount of health care insurance premium for the children and work-related child care use to prepare Schedule D, including any and all contracts for work-related child care and any potential entitlement to any deviation or adjustment or special expenses you have or may incur in the future for or behalf of the children pursuant to Schedule E. Now, this is a normal one. 32, we all know we all got to do a child support worksheet. This is probably the most reasonable one on this entire document, okay? They all have to do that. You all have to put down there, what your expenses are, how much you make, what Johnnel expenses are, how much he made. Well, Johnnel may have to do one on his own, but basically this just shows how much you make, what your expenses are, what you pay out, things of that nature. We've seen this before, right? So that's a normal one. Number 33, please provide a copy of your proposed permanent parenting plan, as well as all documents or other evidence establishing or tending to establish your entitlement to the custody rights assertion by you within the provision of this plan. Now, a parenting plan, to me, is, I think anyway, it is about who takes them to school, who provides for their health care, who pays for daycare, Do they even go to daycare and things of that nature? But let's just put that in there. But this is normal too. A parenting plan is normal. And also like visitation, like where they're gonna go for Christmas or spring vacation, summer vacation, things of that nature. Okay. So let's get into this one. So, yep, pretty much. All right. So her parenting plan, the official plan, she wants the court to approve. So this includes, like I said, visitation schedule, custody schedule, custody schedule, visitation schedule, a decision-making rights like school, medical, etc. Same thing I said. So all evidence supporting why she should get that plan. Anything that helps prove she deserves custody arrangement she's asking for, such as proof she is the primary caregiver, school records, who handles school stuff, medical record, who takes the kids to their appointments, financial support proof, living situation. Do you have a stable home? Let me see your lease, witness statements from family, teachers, etc. So basically, show me the custody plan and prove why you deserve this. Okay. So basically, he wants her to outline a plan of, I am the primary caregiver. This is where the kids go to school or daycare, or if they go medical records. I pay this. This is where they go to the doctor at. I have this doctor, that doctor, that doctor. I provide financial support. My living situation. I rent this house or whatever the case may be. Witness statements. Here's my, all my witness statements. Okay. So basically, this is normal. All right. This is normal. This is normal. So let's go to the next one. Number 34, copies of any and all documents or other evidence reflecting any time you have been arrested, jailed, or otherwise charged with any crime since you turned 17 years of age, the disposition of charges or any details surrounding the charges as well. And as any and all transcripts, you want any and all transcripts or audio tapes of any 911 calls made by you or against you involving any elements of domestic violence committed by you or against you from January 1, 2022 up through the trial. Now, this one right here, I know what he's trying to do. So what he's trying to do is right here, paint a picture. And he said from 17 on, because he's trying to paint a picture of you have the kids in a domestic violence situation. So right now he's trying to try to find out if the kids are in a safe, non-violent environment. Okay. Now I'm going to let my little boyfriend read this one right here. Hold on. Because it's a lot and I want to drink me some water. Hold on, y'all. Let me set it up right. Set it off to the right, y'all. Set it off. Set it off. All right, here we go, y'all. Listen up.
All right, number 34 is serious. This is character plus safety territory. This is one of the strongest types of requests in a custody case. Plain English breakdown with 34. He is asking Briana to provide 1, any criminal history since age 17, arrests, jail time, even if the case was dismissed, plus what happened with each case, outcome disposition. Part 2, all 911 calls involving her, calls she made, calls made against her. 3, anything involving domestic violence, whether she was the accused or the victim. Time frame, criminal history since age 17, 911 domestic related from January 1st, 2022, present. In simple terms, show me your entire criminal past and any police-related incidents, especially anything involving violence or conflict. Why he's asking for this? This is not random at all. This goes directly to custody. 1, to question her fitness as a parent. Courts care about safety, stability, judgment. If he finds violence, repeated police involvement, criminal behavior, he can argue she is not a safe or stable parent. 2, domestic violence is huge in custody cases.
Huge.
Even allegations can matter. If there's anything showing fighting, police calls, reports, he can use that to limit her custody, push for supervised visitation, gain leverage. And 3, to build a pattern. Even small incidents can be stacked. Argument, police called, another argument, police called. He builds a narrative. This is a pattern of instability. 4, to catch things she didn't disclose. If she fails to mention something, he can say she's hiding information, she's not credible. 5, to flip victim situations. This is important. Even if she was the victim, he may still use it to argue. There's chaos around her. The kids are exposed to conflict. What this means for Briana. This request is powerful, but also it only hurts her if something is actually there. If she has clean record, no DV issues, this actually strengthens her case. If there are incidents, context becomes everything. Who was the aggressor matters. Whether kids were involved matters. Key insight for your stream. This request is about one thing, safety narrative. He's trying to position himself equals stable, her equals questionable or risky. LOUDTalkerz one-liner. When they can't win on parenting, they go for your past, because if they can paint you unsafe, they don't have to argue anything else. Final bottom line. This is standard, but high impact. It directly affects custody, visitation, credibility, but it's also fact-based, not something he can twist easily if the record is clean or explainable. If you want next, I can.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm going to say, but what? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I had to give it some context. I had to let ChatGPT know that he entered a relationship with her while she was going through a domestic violence incident with her ex-husband, and now that they've linked up together. Hold on, I forgot to say that. Oh, and I forgot to mention he has now linked. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna play both parts. I'm gonna do the first part first, and then I'm gonna come back with the second part. Okay, hold on.
This is where things get nuanced and where people either overestimate or underestimate how courts actually look at this. I'm going to walk you through this like a judge would see it, not how the internet reacts to it. Big picture, what the court cares about. In custody cases, the court is not asking, was there toxicity? They are asking, are these children at risk now? Everything you just described gets filtered through that lens. How this situation breaks down legally. 1, past domestic violence, ex-husband. She filed a TPO that shows she recognized a problem. She took legal steps to protect herself. It was later dropped that can be spun two ways. Her side, situation de-escalated. I moved on. Opposing side, it wasn't serious or she exaggerates. Since this involves a different man, ex-husband, it is less relevant to current custody unless they try to argue a pattern of chaotic relationships. Toxic relationship with Johnnel. This is what matters most. This is where the court will focus. You said there were arguments. Police were called. Some alleged violence on both sides. No reports sometimes because she declined. That creates a mutual conflict narrative. Here's the real issue. Courts get concerned when they see repeated police involvement plus ongoing conflict between parents, because that suggests poor conflict resolution, potential exposure of children to instability. The no police report situation. This is important. If police were called but no report made, it becomes he said, she said. Harder to prove specifics, but it doesn't disappear. He can still testify about it. Try to introduce text messages, witnesses, call logs, so it becomes credibility-based, not document-based. What happens when both sides have issues? This is very common, and courts usually land here. The judge may think, this is a toxic relationship. Both parties contributed to conflict, and then shift focus to who is the more stable parent today, not who was perfect, who never argued, how this can play out. Scenario 1, she shows growth and separation, no ongoing conflict, stable environment now, focused on kids. This helps her. Ongoing drama, recent incidents, continued arguments, more police involvement, social media conflict. This hurts her what he will try to do. He's going to attempt to frame this as she has a pattern of toxic, violent relationships. He may argue ex-husband, conflict, him, conflict. This is who she is, what her strong counter looks like. If done right, her argument becomes, I left those situations and created stability for my children. Key points. She removed herself from toxic relationships. She sought protection when needed, TPO. She is now in a stable environment. No ongoing danger to the children. The most important factor, are the children exposed to this? Because adult conflict without kids present equals less weight. Conflict around kids equals major concern. That's real talk. This is the truth. This case will not be decided on. They argue, they were toxic. It will be decided on who provides the safest, most stable environment right now. LOUDTalkerz one-liner. They can bring up every argument from the past, but custody is decided on who's stable today, not who had a messy relationship yesterday.
Okay.
Bottom line, yes, the past will come up. Yes, he will try to use it, but it only hurts her if it shows ongoing instability or danger. If she looks stable now, that outweighs messy history.
Ooh, okay. All right. And so then I put that they joined together. They linked together to try to use the same lawyer to come against her. And this is what it says.
That detail matters, but not in the way people usually think. It doesn't automatically help them the way they probably believe it does. Let's break this down strategically and legally. What it looks like on the surface. You now have ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, same attorney, working together against Briana. On paper, they're trying to present multiple independent concerns about the same woman. What they're trying to do. Number 1, create a pattern, narrative. They want it to look like man number 1, problems, man number 2, problems. So they argue, it's not us, it's her. 2, strengthen credibility by numbers. 2 people saying similar things can sound stronger than one, even if the situations were different or both relationships were toxic. It creates the illusion of consistency. 3, share information. By linking up, they can swap stories, share text timelines, allegations, coordinate strategy that can make their case more organized. But here's where it can backfire. 1, it can look like targeting or collusion. A judge may start thinking, why are 2 exes teaming up against one person, especially if there's hostility, timing looks strategic, stories seem rehearsed. 2, bias becomes a big issue. Both men have personal history, emotional involvement, potential motives. Their testimony can be viewed as biased or retaliatory. 3, it can look like an agenda. If it appears they are coordinating attacks, piling on allegations. It can shift from concerned fathers to 2 disgruntled exes aligning against her.
Yeah.
4, same lawyer strategy, but also risk. Yes, it helps them stay consistent, present a unified argument, but it also makes it easier to argue. They are working together intentionally. This is a joint effort, not independent concerns. How a judge may really see this. Judges are used to this dynamic. They often think, open quote, just because two exes agree doesn't make it true. It may just mean they share a grievance, close quote. What actually matters more than their alliance? The court will still focus on who is the primary caregiver, who provides stability, who meets the children's needs daily, whether the children are safe, not how many people are against her.
Exactly.
Real talk. Them teaming up can either help them if they have real, consistent, documented evidence, their stories align naturally and make sense, hurt them if it looks coordinated or forced, there are inconsistencies, it feels like piling on. LOUDTalkerz one-liner. When two exes link up, it can look like a pattern or it can look like a plan, and the court is going to figure out which one it is.
That's right.
Bottom line, this move is strategic. It's meant to strengthen their case, but it also opens a door for bias arguments, collusion concerns, credibility attacks.
Yep. All right. So basically he wants all of that information about, her arrest and this, that, and the others, arrest, and also police reports of DV and this, that, and the other. I like where it just said that the courts are more concerned about the safety of the kids right now. You can't go back and say, 6 years ago, she said this. She said that there were DV in the house here and that day and this day. Did she fix the problem, right? Did she fix the problem? Did she get out of the situation, move her kids to safety? Are they safe right now? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay. So that's not going to go anywhere. That's not going to go anywhere. Kudos to my little ChatGPT boyfriend. Number 35, copies of any and all documents, text messages, phone records, emails of any other form of communication made by you or received by you concerning the whereabouts or welfare of any of your children, or about any of your children, including any portions of the communication that concerns any of the children in any way from January 1, 2022 through the date of this trial. So I don't know if this is asking for like CPS calls. Were there any CPS documents about the children or any type of other concern calls came in about the kids? Okay, let's run this one right quick. Okay. I'm assuming this means like CPS calls or something like that. So let's just go. Oh, it's a little broader. It's a little broader than I thought. Okay.
Here's a smooth, clean breakdown you can read straight through. This request is asking for every form of communication Briana has had that relates in any way to her children. That includes text messages, phone records, emails, or any other type of communication, whether she sent it or received it. If the conversation even mentions the children, their location, their well-being, or anything concerning them, it falls under this request. The time frame is broad. It goes all the way back to January 1st, 2022, and continues through the date of trial. So this is not just recent communication. It covers years of interaction. What he is really doing here is trying to build a communication record. He wants to see how she talks about the children, how she coordinates care, how she communicates with him, and how she handles situations involving the kids. He is looking for patterns. If there are messages where she is being cooperative, organized, and focused on the children, that helps her. But if there are messages showing conflict, missed coordination, arguments, or anything that could be interpreted as instability, he will try to use that against her. He is also looking for inconsistencies. If she claims one thing in court, but her messages show something different, he can challenge her credibility. Even tone matters. Courts sometimes look at how parents communicate with each other, especially in co-parenting situations. This is also a way to pull in conversations that may not seem important on their own, but when placed together, can be used to create a narrative. He may try to show either cooperation or conflict over time, depending on what benefits his case. The key point is that this request is about control of the narrative. He wants a full picture of how she communicates about the children so he can decide what to highlight and what to challenge. At the end of the day, this is less about one specific message and more about the overall story those communications tell about her as a parent.
So right there, he just wants any mentions of the children in text or in email, how she speaks of the kids, because he wants to try to contradict her. All right, we got two more, you guys, two more. So number 36 says copies of any and all documents or other evidence showing the amount of attorney fees that you have incurred and the amount that you have paid in connection with this action from December of 2025 through the date of this trial of this action. And then the next one says a current, truthful, and properly completed, signed, and notarized domestic relationship financial affidavit, as well as copies of all documents or other evidence evidencing your revenue and income, claimed business expense, personal expenses, or any debts. Back to the damn money again, right? Back to the money again. Let me just get these last two, and then we're going to give an overall evaluation of this whole entire document, this whole entire request, okay? The whole entire request. Because, baby, in my opinion, it's just some straight fuckery. But, you know, different states have different rules. Okay, here we go.
Here's a smooth, clean read for both. Request number 36 is asking for proof of how much Briana has spent on her attorney in this case. That includes the total fees she has been charged and what she has actually paid, starting from December 2025 through the time of trial. This is not just about curiosity. It is about financial positioning. He wants to see whether she has the ability to pay her own legal fees, or if there is an argument that costs should be shared. In some cases, one party may ask the court to make the other party contribute to attorney's fees, especially if there is a large difference in income or financial resources. By seeing what she has paid, he can either argue that she is financially capable on her own, or try to position himself in a better light financially. It can also be used to understand how aggressively she is litigating the case. Higher legal fees can suggest a more complex or heavily contested case, which may influence how each side approaches settlement or trial. Request number 37 is much more significant. It is asking for a fully completed and notarized domestic relations financial affidavit, along with all documents that prove her financial situation. This includes her income, any business earnings, expenses, debts, and overall financial picture. Essentially, this is a full financial disclosure. This document is critical in family court. It is what the court relies on to determine child support, allocation of expenses, and sometimes even custody-related decisions if finances impact the children's well-being. He is asking for this because he needs a clear documented picture of her finances so he can calculate what he believes he should or should not be responsible for. It also allows him to challenge anything that seems inconsistent, inflated, or unsupported. At the end of the day, this request is about transparency and leverage. Once her financial picture is laid out in detail, it becomes something that can be analyzed, questioned, and used to argue for a specific financial outcome in the case.
Okay, so now I'm asking, all right, so that's the end of it, right? So now I'm asking, in summary, give me your honest opinion on this entire document from Johnnel Young. All right, here we go. Woo! We are about to hear about it all, okay? Dang, it's loud. It's long. All right, here you go, y'all. Y'all ready? Let me know if y'all are ready for a full summary of it all. Oh, yeah, and based on Georgia law. And let me put that on there. And I'll do that next. And then I'm gonna throw this against the Georgia law as far as custody case, okay?
Here's the real, honest assessment, not sugar-coated, not dramatic, just how this reads from a legal strategy standpoint. Overall impression of this document. This is a very aggressive, very thorough discovery request. It is designed to control the narrative, box Briana in early, gather every possible angle of attack, and reduce his financial and custodial exposure. This is not sloppy work. This is intentional, calculated litigation strategy. What he's doing across the entire document. When you step back and look at all the requests together, a pattern is very clear. 1, financial minimization strategy. He is trying to break down every expense, insurance, childcare, income, challenge what she claims, reduce what he may owe. This part is standard, but he's doing it thoroughly. 2, character and lifestyle attack through social media, 31, relationships, 23, police, 9-1, communications, 35. He's trying to build a narrative of instability, toxic relationships, questionable judgment, not necessarily to win outright, but to create doubt. 3, custody positioning through parenting plan, communications, 35, conduct-related requests. He wants to see her full custody argument early, pick it apart, position himself as the more stable option. Top 4, over-collection. A lot of these requests are extremely broad, invasive, go back further than necessary. That tells me he doesn't fully know what he has, so he's trying to find something. Now let's factor in your backstory. This changes how I read it. You said he was also in a toxic relationship with her. There were police calls both ways. He's now aligned with her ex-husband, same lawyer, coordinated effort. That makes this feel less like concerned parent and more like strategic pylon with a purpose. My honest opinion, straight up, strengths of his approach, very organized, covers all legal angles, leaves little untouched, positions him to challenge everything. From a legal standpoint, strong discovery strategy. Weaknesses, and they're important. 1, it's overly aggressive. Some requests are too broad, too invasive. That opens the door for objections. 2, it relies on narrative, not just facts. He is clearly trying to build a story about her, not just present hard evidence that only works if the evidence supports it. And 3, the 2 exes teaming up problem. This is a big one. It risks looking like coordination, bias, personal motive. A judge may question, is this about the kids or something else? 4, mutual toxicity cuts both ways. If there were police calls involving him, he contributed to the same environment, then he cannot cleanly argue, I am the stable one. How I think a judge will see this, realistically, not emotionally, not socially, practically, they will likely think this was a toxic relationship on both sides. There is conflict history, that's not uncommon, and then shift to who is more stable now. That's it. Your biggest advantage, if presented right, based on what you said. She has been the primary caregiver. He has not been financially consistent. She moved for stability. She is no longer in that toxic environment. If those points are proven clearly, she is still in position, Shin. LOUDTalkerz one-liner. He came with a full playbook.
Hold on. So it didn't say that right. So let me just read that over. It says, the biggest advantage, if presented right, based on what you said, she has been the primary caregiver. She has not, she's been financially consistent. She moved for stability. She's no longer in the toxic environment. So if those points are proven clearly, she is still in a strong position, okay? He came in with a full playbook, but by the end of the day, the court is only going to care who's stable right now, not who can dig up the most dirt on each other for 2, 3, or even 4 years ago, okay? This document, yes, is strategic. Yes, is aggressive. Yes, is thorough, but is meant to reduce his financial obligation to his own children, his financial responsibility to his twins, also to challenge her credibility as a mother, and to try to create a narrative of instability, right? But it's more not because for him to get the children, but it's to embarrass her, further embarrass her for attacks online. Listen, this is not a guaranteed win strategy because it depends heavily on what the evidence actually shows and whether he can present himself as better, not just her as being worse. Now, I do have another question. My other question is, the fact that he's asking for all of these documents, is he going to provide any of this of his own? Because, like you said, this is very invasive, overly broad, trying to do personal attacks on her. Do he plan to bring this type of information forward on his own? And then we're going to get to the Georgia law thing in a minute, y'all. Make no damn sense. So in short, it says, well, I'll just hold on. Let me just do a smooth read. Hold on.
Here's a smooth, clean read you can use. In a situation like this, discovery is not one-sided. Just because he is asking for all of this information does not mean he is exempt from providing similar information himself. In family court, both parties are typically required to disclose key areas, especially when it comes to finances, custody, and anything that could impact the well-being of the children. So yes, if he is asking for financial records, communications, or any history involving the children or legal matters, those same categories can be requested from him as well. Certain disclosures, like a financial affidavit, are mandatory for both sides. He will have to provide details about his income, expenses, and overall financial situation if child support or custody is being determined. However, in practice, what often happens is more strategic. By sending out broad and detailed requests first, he is trying to see her information before fully revealing his own. This allows him to review what she provides, identify anything he can challenge, and shape his arguments early. It gives him a temporary advantage in understanding her position before fully committing to his. At the same time, he may not voluntarily provide the same level of detail unless he is required to. He can object to requests, limit what he turns over, or wait until he is formally asked. That is why discovery usually becomes a back and forth process where both sides request, respond, and sometimes challenge what is being asked. In the end, everything he is asking for can be turned around and requested from him. If there are concerns about his behavior, finances, or involvement, those can be explored just the same. Courts generally expect a level playing field, and if it appears that one side is demanding full transparency while trying to limit their own, that can affect how their credibility is viewed. So while his requests may feel invasive and one-sided, they are part of a broader process where both parties can be required to open up their records.
Okay, I have a question. All right, so right now there's not a custody order or even request for custody in place. It's just legitimation process for him to become a legal father in the state of Georgia. So now let's stay on the state of Georgia. For the state of Georgia, since this case is there, even though she's moved to North Carolina, but have not, don't have jurisdiction because she has not been there for at least 6 months. So with that being said, for the state of Georgia and their laws about custody, visitation schedules, and whatnot, how does what his requests and what is found in the request, how does it line up with him receiving full custody of his twins from a mother of 6 who is the primary caregiver? She said, did you just see what he just wrote? Yeah, he knows it's crunch time. What did he just write? Is it long? Hold on. While this reads it, I'm going to look up what he just wrote. Okay, hold on. She said, yeah, it's crunch time. Let's see. Let's go get it, baby. She said, Amor, can you ask ChatGPT something for me, parenting to the case, please? Yeah, just write it down, baby. All right, here we go.
Here's a smooth, clear read focused on Georgia and your situation. Right now, this case is not about custody in the traditional sense. It is a legitimation case in Georgia, which means he is asking the court to legally recognize him as the father and establish his parental rights. Until legitimation is granted, he does not have full legal rights to custody or decision-making. However, once legitimation is granted, the court can immediately move into determining custody and visitation. That is why his discovery requests are so broad. He is not just preparing for legitimation, he is preparing for the custody phase that follows. Under Georgia law, custody decisions are based on the best interest of the child. The court looks at factors like who has been the primary caregiver, who provides stability, the home environment, each parent's involvement, and any history of conflict or safety concerns. In this situation, the fact that she is a mother of 6 and has been the primary caregiver carries significant weight. Courts in Georgia generally favor maintaining continuity for young children, especially infants, and that usually means keeping them with the parent who has been providing daily care. For him to receive full custody, he would have to prove more than just conflict or a toxic relationship. He would need to show that she is unfit or that the children would be at risk in her care. That is a high bar. General arguments about past relationships, social media, or disagreements typically do not meet that standard on their own. What his requests are trying to do is build a narrative. He is looking for anything that could suggest instability, poor judgment, or an unsafe environment. If he can combine multiple pieces, police calls, communication issues, lifestyle concerns, he may try to argue that there is a pattern. But even then, the court will weigh that against her role as the primary caregiver and the current environment the children are in. Georgia courts do not remove children from a primary caregiver lightly, especially when there is no clear evidence of harm to the children. At most, if concerns are raised, the court may structure visitation, set boundaries, or impose conditions. Full custody to him would typically require strong, credible evidence that the children are better off in his care or unsafe in hers. So while his discovery requests are aggressive and wide-ranging, they are more about positioning and gathering information than guaranteeing a custody outcome. The outcome will still come down to who is providing a stable, safe, and consistent environment for those twins right now.
Exactly. Okay. So right now, so what did we just learn from there? We just learned that basically this is just a gathering. He just want to request a lot of information, but it is not, this doesn't really mean a whole lot. He's just asking for information. There has not even been a custody case filed, okay? So again, he's just gathering information. But he just posted this, y'all. This joker had the nerve to say, out of respect for the process, for everyone involved, and most importantly, for my first children, I won't be speaking on personal matters online. This isn't for the internet. This is real life. I am choosing to move with patience, discipline, and intentions through it all. All I ask is privacy and fairness from those choosing to speak on it. Let the focus stay where it belongs, on the well-being of the kids. Pray for me and my family during this time. Day 51. Shut the fuck up, Johnnel, with your bitch ass. Anyway, listen, all of this is calculated, right? Fucking calculated. All calculated. Manipulating ass nigga. That's what he is.
Here's a smooth, clean breakdown you can read. What he posted is a very calculated statement. On the surface, it comes across as respectful, calm, and focused on privacy and the children. He is positioning himself as someone who is choosing not to engage in online drama and who wants to keep the situation off the internet. But strategically, this does a few things for him. First, it builds an image. He is presenting himself as disciplined, patient, and centered on family. In situations like this, perception matters, and statements like this help shape how others, including potential observers in court, may view him. Second, it creates contrast. Without naming her, it subtly implies that others may be speaking publicly while he is choosing not to. That can influence how people interpret the situation, even without direct accusations. Third, it protects him. By saying he will not speak on personal matters, he avoids saying anything that could be used against him later. At the same time, he still controls the narrative by making a statement that frames him in a positive light. Fourth, it aligns with his legal strategy. Based on the discovery requests, he is clearly building a case behind the scenes. This post signals that while he is quiet publicly, he is likely active legally. It sends the message that he is handling things the right way. Overall, this is less about silence and more about controlled messaging. He is not engaging in details, but he is still shaping perception in a way that benefits him. The key takeaway is that this kind of post is not random. It is intentional, measured, and designed to present him as the stable, composed party while the legal process plays out.
Yeah. Okay. And the legal process, like I said, right now, there is not a custody case, it's a legitimation case. And then maybe afterwards, after he received whatever information that he received, whatever they give him, then he would try to probably move forward and try to file a custody case later. Now, in my opinion, I believe this is all done to be Aggie, right? He wants to get up under Briana's skin. I believe that he knows that I know he knows that she is a good mother and that she will fight tooth and nail for her children. Okay. He knows that, but he wants to exhaust her right now, exalt her. He wants to wear her thin. He wants to, get up under her skin, like I said, agitate her. She moved away. She's in Carolina and he sees her happy and in peace. She said, "Amora, will her lawyer be answering?" Come on now, Kim. She is. They're going to respond. She has her lawyer. She is definitely paying her lawyer, okay? Her lawyer will definitely handle this. But he wants to pressure her, get her scared or, oh my God, how can you do this to me? Man, trust me. Briana has a lawyer, and that's the biggest thing that she has in her favor. And let me just clear something up, okay? I want to clear something up right quick, okay? Yeah. Thank you, Des. Des said trying to hold her up in court. Exactly. Same thing the ex-husband tried to do. Okay? Same thing and failed, okay? But let me ask something right quick because what was I about to ask? Okay, I know what I'm about to ask. Hold on. Okay, I just had to talk to it and I'm asking it, how much weight does social media have on this custody case? Okay. All right, let's. So I asked, how much weight will social media have on a custody case in the state of Georgia? And I also put down there that I am a blogger. I am a critic of. She said, "More, did you get my chat GPT request?" Uh, hold on. I see this, but I don't see. No, I don't see your request. Can you do it again, right quick, and I'll grab it. Write it again, and I'll grab it. That's all I see. Okay. So write it again, Jess. All right, let's listen up to what social media, how much weight does it have on it? And even me, being, I speak to Briana from time to time, but Briana doesn't tell me, oh, come out there and say this. The saga is over. So the saga bullshit is over. I say what the fuck I want to say. No one tells me, she said, oh, no one tells me what to say. I'm a grown ass adult. So and listen, Briana ain't in no back chats, no secret groups or any of that. That's all bullshit to try to paint Briana in a bad light. Please don't believe that bullshit, y'all. Hell, y'all know, y'all in the groups. Briana is not in there. We have no secret society group for Briana. Okay. Briana has family and friends that she speak with. There ain't no secret society group. Okay. A lot of people want to paint narratives and try to put them out there like, oh, you know, there's this back group, this back group. All of that is bullshit. Y'all know that. Y'all know what we talk about in our groups. And the people that I do have back end conversations with, she said, did you get my chat GPT request? No, baby, I did not. I did not get it. I did not get it. Okay. I did not get it. So anyway, there, you know, and the people that I do speak on the back end, they know what we speak about. These people were never on back ends with us that claim that they were on back ends. It's all bullshit. It's literally all bullshit. We could be posting prom pictures, graduation pictures, this, that, and the other, and they will come out here online and lie and be like, they in their group talking about people, dogging people out, doing this to people, and all this bullshit. We know what we do in our groups. All this shit is because they ain't in the groups no more. You have to understand a lot of this is because they're not aligned with us anymore and they're mad about it. Okay? Let's just call it what it is. A lot of these people out here talking shit because they are no longer aligned with us. They no longer have privy to what we talk about. And even if they did, we don't give a fuck. Because it is what it is. Whatever we talk about is what the fuck we talk about. These people are crazy. They hate us so much, but want to know every fucking thing about us. They're weird. Go get a fucking life already. Seriously. Go get a life. Anyway, let's continue. Ooh, Jesus.
Here's the reality without the noise. Social media does come into custody cases, but it does not carry the kind of weight people online think it does. It is not the deciding factor. It is a supporting piece of evidence, not the foundation of a custody decision. In Georgia, once legitimation is granted, the court looks at one thing above everything else, the best interest of the children. That means stability, daily care, safety, routine, and who has actually been raising those children. A mother who has been the primary caregiver, especially of infants, starts in a strong position. Social media only matters if it connects directly to parenting. If posts show something serious, like neglect, unsafe behavior, exposing the children to danger, or ongoing instability, then it can carry weight. But general criticism of him, venting, talking online, or even having bloggers discuss the situation does not equal unfitness. Courts understand that people talk, argue, and go through breakups. That alone does not determine custody.
Exactly.
Even if they pull years of posts, the court is not looking to punish someone for speaking online. The court is looking for patterns that affect the children.
Exactly.
If what they find is just opinions, commentary, or frustration, it has very limited impact. It may be used to argue tone or conflict, but it does not outweigh actual parenting.
Exactly.
What matters far more is what her life looks like right now. If she has moved, is around family, is stable, and is caring for her children consistently, that carries significantly more weight than anything said online in the past. Courts prioritize current environment and ongoing care over old posts or internet drama. The idea that someone is going to dump social media and win custody is exaggerated. That only works if the content shows something serious and directly harmful to the children. Otherwise, it becomes background noise.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, custody is not decided by who talked the most online. It is decided by who is providing a safe, stable, and consistent life for the children. If that is her, then social media will not override that.
Exactly. So please don't listen to dumb motherfuckers that don't have extended education and don't like to research anything, and they just go and listen to somebody else's fucking live stream and take in their opinion and use it for their own. Okay, everybody is not smart. Everybody don't know how to research. Everybody don't know how to comprehend. Okay, so trust me when I tell you, social media and spilling grievances on social media or being critic on social media does not equal unfitness. Okay, Briana will be not found unfit as a motherfucking mother because she's not unfit as a motherfucking mother, okay? So don't let nobody out there fool you into thinking just because she may come out and pop off here and there, say something negative about her baby daddy here and there, does not mean that she is a unfit parent. Please stop listening to these loser-ass fucking itty-bitty bitches. Stop listening to them, okay? They're nobodies. They wish they could be somebody. Some of these motherfuckers' lives fucked up on their own. They lay down and open their legs for losers. They bring losers around their children, okay? People with criminal records, drugs, theft, fucking kidnapping charges, assault charges, people that beat their ass, dot their I's. Stop listening to fucking losers. All right? Briana is not going to lose custody to no fucking Johnnel or no fucking LaTruth. Two dudes that want to minimize their child support and embarrass the mother of their children. For what, though? For loving you punk ass bitches? That's it. That's all. That's it. Briana is guilty of loving too hard. And I know there's a lot of women out there that could probably be guilty of the same shit. Okay? Loving too hard. Loving too hard and being a little vulnerable into their I'm sorries, so sorry. She bought the shit over and over and over again. She's just guilty of loving too motherfucking hard. Does that make her a bad mom? No. No. And the notion of Briana made a bag off drama is bullshit. Fuck the motherfucker that said it. Everybody knows when Briana come out here and pop her shit, what she do? Delete it. You don't get paid off deleted posts. You don't get paid off of deleted videos. You know that video need views. That video needs watch hours, views. It needs to get out there. Briana pops her shit and ends it. And y'all know that even when she was going back and forth with her punk ass baby daddy, ex-husband, she came out and popped shit and fucking deleted it. He didn't, and he made a bag off of it. Briana does not make her money off of being negative. She makes her bag off of being positive. If you go to Briana Facebook, and that's where she makes her bag, all her shit is positive. So for a fucking ant booty ass, thick tongue talking ass bitch to say that she make her money off of drama, girl, go somewhere and die already. No one gives a fuck about what you gotta say. And whatever she has to say will not affect Briana in any way. She just can't stand Bree because she will never be a Bree. She was never a Bree. Okay? Listen, we have two men here that wants to lower their child support. All right, lower your child support. But in the process of lowering their child support, They want to get up under the skin of Briana. Why? Because they know Briana's heart. If they don't know nothing else, they know Briana's heart. See, out here online, Briana has become a mockery. And not to everybody, just to certain people. She has become a mockery because she's been a fool out here in these streets for two men back to back. So it doesn't give her a good edge. But people like myself and a lot of others, including you guys, y'all know the play. You know the play. We knew Briana loved this nigga. We knew Briana loved her husband. And you supposed to, as a wife, right? And I think that she didn't lose the wife thought process when she got with Johnnel. Because she went in operating as a wife to him, cooking for him, cleaning up, helping with the bills and shit. She went in with the wife mentality when she should have went in with the girlfriend mentality. She went in taking care of his motherfucking ass, just like she was taking care of Robert's motherfucking ass, okay? She went in with that same mentality. So again, these men knows her heart. Robert was trying to stop her from doing too much for Johnnel. Now Johnnel is trying to stop her from doing too much for another nigga. But trust me when I tell you, she ain't getting back into no serious relationship right now until she get that thought process out her fucking head. And yes, I do tell her that. You ain't going into another relationship paying for shit. For shit. Stop taking care of these lame-ass, bomb-ass niggas, because this is exactly what happened right here. They continue to be lame, bomb-ass niggas when it comes to their children. Take time for you. Shine like the diamond that you are. And don't let none of this noise out here bother you, because that's all it is noise. That's all it is noise. Okay? Briana has a heart. She does. She has a heart. Can she get feisty and cuss people out? Fuck yeah. Will she run up in your face and say what the fuck she got to say? Fuck yeah. But at the end of the day, Briana has a huge heart. A huge heart, okay? And these niggas know that. And they played on her heartstrings over and over and over. She believed them because she wanted to. When you want to see the good in somebody, you keep giving them chance after chance after chance. She wanted to see the good in this nigga. Because when people come with these sob stories of, oh, my mama gave me up when I was 13 or 14 and I had to go live with this person and all this old other bullshit or whatever, you tend to feel sorry for them. She used to always come out here and say, I'm tired of having to fix niggas. I'm tired of having to fix niggas. Well, your fixing niggas days are over. And that's to any woman. Stop getting into a relationship where you need to fix a nigga. Let him go fix his goddamn self. If he's broken when you met him, keep it moving. Because you're going to be the reason for his brokenness at the end of the day, because he's going to paint you into that. He's literally going to paint you into the reason of his brokenness. This motherfucker came out online and said Briana was bad soil. That's a lie from the pits of hell. He know Briana ain't bad soil. He know Briana keep meeting niggas like him. Because she goes in thinking, oh, I got all these kids. I got to show my worth. Or I got to show what I could do for them. I got to show them that I'm not just baggage. That I don't just come with baggage. Let me show how, how I can aid, how I can help, how I can be of value. Girl, if a man wants you, he gonna look at you and all 6 of your kids, and he ain't gonna worry about how you can add when it comes to financial. But to be honest, if it was me, and if I had 6 kids right now, when I tell you I would chill for a couple of years, I would chill and get to know my motherfucking self. I will. I wouldn't think of a nigga in sight. Girl, I would be so far in my bag right now. So far into my children and so far into my bag. I wouldn't be stunting a nigga. I would need at least 2 years to get these motherfuckers out of my pores. Literally. Don't bring another man into no drama until you get these motherfuckers to leave you alone legally. But nevertheless, you know, Briana is going to be fine. I know she is. Everybody know Briana is definitely a praying woman. No matter what people want to come out here and say, she is a praying woman. And, you know, she's growing every day. I can't stand the way some of these women out here want her doomed for the worst, you know? And they say certain things out of their mouth like that's not what they want. Like, we just want the best for her. No, they don't. They want to see her fail. They literally want to see her fail. They literally think that what these men are doing is right. And they know it's not. Johnnel don't give a fuck about those twins no more than Robert gives a fuck about Momo. It's for image. That's exactly what it's for. Because let's just be honest. If Robert or Johnnel gave a fuck about their kids, would they be behind financially? Hell no. They would do what they have to do to make money to provide for their children. But they want to show a picture that Briana makes so much money that she could care for the kids for herself. She has 2 sorry-ass baby daddies, period. They don't want to financially provide. And in my opinion, because they don't want to financially provide, that makes them pieces of shit fathers. I don't give a fuck how much you goddamn smile on the camera and dance and play with your kids. That don't mean a fuck thing. Just because you hold your babies, burp your babies, sing with your babies, that don't make you a bomb-ass father. The fact that a mother have to ask or send a request for child support from a motherfucker that knows that he have a goddamn child that he has to care for, right there tell you just how much he's so into his fucking kids. He's not. He's not. So me being a critic of these sorry-ass baby daddies, that don't make me a bad person. That make me a good-ass blogger that I can point out shit and talk about it. That's it. That's all. And I won't let a motherfucking jealous-ass bitch stop me from anything, talking about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. This is my goddamn channel. If they don't like what I talk about, stay the fuck off my page. Go die. That's all I can offer. That's all I can offer. But they come over here because they know what this is where it's at. This is where it's at, okay? So nevertheless, I'm going to continue being critics of whoever I want to be a critic of, okay? I am a blogger. I blog on things that I see on social media that piques my interest, things that's in the news that piques my interest, and things that's on TV that piques my interest. I will blog on whatever I want to blog on, and I will never allow somebody to stop me from blogging on whoever I want to blog on, okay? Sounds to me like they're a little jealous because I have something to talk about other than coming online every motherfucking day talking about somebody that you claim you can't stand or you don't like. Bitch, you love me, ho. You love me. You just mad because you're no longer connected to me. That's what it's all about. Same with Johnnel and same with LOUDTalkerz. They're mad about the loss of connection. The loss of connection. People, some of these people cannot take rejection. Johnnel can't take rejection. He had her locked up in jail and turned around and sent her flowers. And when she didn't say, oh, thank you so much, Johnnel, I love you so much, she ignored his ass. What does that mean? Rejection. I'm telling you, let me tell y'all something. Rejection is powerful. And I'm going to tell you how powerful it is. It was a time in my life when I couldn't take rejection. And I prayed about it. Lord, please take this away from me. I can't stand this feeling. So what did I do? I went to the motherfucking library, not the library, the bookstore, and I bought books on how to deal with rejection. There is fucking shit out there can teach you. Just like now we got ChatGPT and the Genie app, okay? This is just like going to the bookstore. You still got to pay for this. I pay for my ChatGPT. This is just like going to the bookstore to find out information. I am a researcher by nature. That was my job in the military, research and policy right. I am a researcher by nature. I'm going to find out for myself how to deal with this, how to deal with that, how to fix this and how to fix that. I used to couldn't stand rejection. And I prayed about it. And I read books on how to deal with rejection. And what I did, I just go into a situation and I come up with two scenarios, okay? I come up with two scenarios. I come up with, if I win, then this is going to be my outcome. And if I lose, then this is going to be my outcome. And I accept both of them. That's how I deal with my rejections. I learned to accept either outcome. I literally look at both ways. If I win, if I lose, if I pass, if I fail, and I accept both of them. And once you can accept a loss, there you go. You don't have to deal with the rejection then. You don't have to suffer with the rejection. You have to understand in life, you ain't going to win everything. You're going to get rejected at some point in your life. But if you learn to deal with it, and if you learn to accept it and just do better next time. Do something different next time. But a lot of people do not know how to do that. A lot of people do not know how to do that. They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to accept it. Right? So with that being said, they'll be stuck. It's an image thing for them. Rejection is like, it is a fucking, it's like a drug. It eats at you. It eats at you. And some people, like I said, do not know how to deal with it. And that's what's going on. When you see these monitoring ass spirits that listen to everything that you say, just so they can go back to their platform and just be angry about it and scream and act belligerent and talk about you every single day. I've been talked about on this internet since January the 6th, and it is April the 26th from a person that claimed I'm the worst of the worst, but yet they can't get me out of their system. They can't get me off of their mind. They wake up thinking about me. They go to bed thinking about me. Hell, they probably thinking about me in the middle of having sex, like literally. They think about me. Now, in a sense, it's kind of flattering. Like, damn, I'm still on the bitch mind. But in another sense, it's sad that I got a bitch bothered that motherfucking bad. I got a bitch bothered out here. I'm talking about bothered. To the point they bothered about whoever I speak on. They know everything I speak on. They come over, some of these people, they look for your downfall because that's what they want to see. They want to see you doing bad, real bad. But it burns them up when they come to your page and they see, God damn it, she's still moving forward. Her number's still looking good. Where are they strong at? Oh, God damn it, she talking about her. I don't like that she talk about her. She talking about her. I don't like when she talk about her. God damn it, she talking about him. I don't like when she talk about him. Now she talking about her. I don't like when she talking about her. I don't want her to get views. I don't want her to have support. I don't want her page to keep growing. I can't get her to focus on me, argue back with me. No, don't do content, argue with me. I want to argue. And I don't want to just argue with anybody. I want to argue with this person that I see winning, that I see elevating, moving forward, growing, keeping it moving. I want to argue with her. That's a sad place to be in. It is absolutely a fucking sad place to be in. The obsession is very real. It's absolutely very real. But I have supporters that tell me, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that. I'm not coming over here to hear you blog on what somebody else is blogging on that you don't like. I'm not here to listen to you complain over somebody else's money, complain over somebody else's support, complain over somebody else's views, complain about what somebody else is blogging about. Just like Harmony Speaks said, we should be minding our own platforms, right? As bloggers on YouTube, that's what people come over here for, to YouTube. They want to hear us blog on stories that's viral, stories that's out here on the internet. They want to be able to come to one place and receive the information on multiple stories. They don't want to come out and come over to your channel and sit for hours to hear you complain about another blogger winning. No matter how you try to convince yourself that that blogger is not winning. She's clearly winning. The fuck you mean? A blogger that no one has been able to stop from blogging. It is very sad. Absolutely sad. And in a sense, it's scary. Right? It's absolutely scary. So anyway, just know that right now with the Briana and Johnnel case, we will continue to cover it as we want to. And no one is going to stop me from bringing the information to my supporters. My supporters, okay? And if people don't like what it is that I blog about, by all means, click the fuck off. You are not forced to listen. There are billions of channels on YouTube. You can literally go and get some real information, real content. Over the last couple of weeks, we've had so many things that happen, y'all. So many things that has happened in the news, on the internet, but they're being missed because of fixation. Fixation. Fixated on what Amora is doing. What Amora doing? What Amora doing? What Amora doing? Oh, I wonder what Amora doing. What is Amora doing? What is Amora talking about? Do she still have supporters? Are they still financially supporting? Are they giving her the views? What is Amora doing? What is Amora doing? What is Amora doing? Amora is minding her motherfucking business on her own motherfucking page. I done got out of the mud with everybody, y'all. I don't argue back and forth with no one. Y'all give me a hand clap down in the motherfucking comments. Because y'all know I have shown so much restraints. I'm sorry, got me fucking up words. I have shown so much restraints in the last month. So much restraints. I may have came out and said something here and there, but y'all know how my motherfucking mouth is. And I have shown so much restraints because I know I'm better than that. I know I don't have to do that. No matter what, I can continue to move forward. I have something to offer, and I'm going to continue to offer it. I offer my content. I break down stories. I put laughter in it, right? I try to make it exciting, but I also tell it like it TI is. I am a critic of some, whereas I am a supporter of others. If people don't like who I speak of or about, move around. But to sit there and fixate on what I do my commentary on is absolutely absurd. It's absurd, and it's showing who these people are. It's several people that have came out here, tried to get my attention, and y'all know this. Long community wall posts, fucking live streams, trying to get my attention, and what I've been doing. Ignoring them. Ignoring them. Why? Because I know I have something better to offer than to come out here and go back and forth with people that I will probably never see again in my life. Go back and forth. For what, though? Go back and forth for what? These people mean nothing to me. Nothing. They don't affect nothing. They don't affect my income. They don't affect my friendships. They don't affect my love life. They don't affect my parenting. They don't affect my retirement. They don't affect me as a whole. For a moment, I was like, wait a minute. Why they lying on my teeth? Hold on now. Y'all know I take pride in my teeth. And then I just said, fuck it. Amora, why are you going to try to prove something to... Come on, girl. So I said, fuck it. I don't even give a fuck. Say what you got to say. Go off. Whatever make you feel good, do that. But it shows who you are. It shows character. And I just want to say this. If I ever come out here and become fixated on someone that I have disconnected with for months and months and months, day after day after day, live stream after live stream after live stream, I need you guys to check me, okay? Because that means I am spiraling and cannot see. I need you guys to check me and say, you got way more to offer than that bullshit. Your fixation is screaming loudly. You are too fixated on that person. Move around. Do something different. Stop thinking about this person so goddamn much. Like I said, in a sense, it's flattering, but in a sense, it's sick. It's flattering to know, I'm sure y'all probably been there before, that you got a bitch rattled. God damn, I sell your fucking mind like that? For real? You know? But in another sense, it's weird behavior and it's sickening, you know? But nevertheless, I'm going to continue to bring you guys different content, updates on content that I've done. And yeah, we're still going to cover stories that a lot of people want to hear. And the Cora story is one of them. And any legal updates that Briana or one of her baby daddies, we're going to do the updates over here. Well, but we're not just going to come out and just throw shots at them and call them names and this, that, and the other. We're going to break it down. We're going to break the legal documents down. We're going to do our research. We're going to know what we're talking about. We're going to know what we're talking about. We're going to do research and we're going to be informed over here. I would rather be informed any day of what could or can't happen than to sit and just hear constant insults of someone that I don't like. Because what is that going to do for you guys? Putting all that negative shit into your head. Ain't nobody got time for that no more. No one is arguing on the internet right now. In this, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but in this little sector that we found ourselves in, no one is arguing right now. Except for one person. Except for one person. Only one person is fixated. Well, I forgot. Somebody told me something yesterday. Goddamn. Somebody told me somebody spent out of fucking control and spiraled all out of control and said some crazy ass shit out their mouth like, I'm head top bitch over here now. I'm in control now or some shit like that. I was like, for real? I said, for real? Is that what they said? For real? So anyway, but I don't know if that was just a one-time thing or is that about to be a every night thing. I don't know. She said it's draining. It is. It is absolutely draining, and it's only one person that I know of. Now, to be honest with you, I don't go to everybody's channel, but it seems like everybody in this sector is minding their motherfucking channel, their motherfucking business, and blogging on what is it they want to blog on, except for one person. One person is looking across the goddamn fence and saying, y'all want to know what this person over there talking about? I heard her say this and I heard her say that, and she makes me so mad because she's still winning and her supporters ain't left her yet. She's still growing and flowing, and I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm so mad. I wanted to paint her out to be this bad person, and I can't seem to do it. And I'm mad, you know? Everybody else have just went on about their business. Unless I'm wrong, y'all tell me. Unless I'm wrong, nobody else is fighting. Nobody else is looking on another person's channel and literally being fixated or obsessed over them that I know of. To be honest with you, I don't really be looking like that, to be honest with you. I really don't. Y'all, when I tell y'all I be so focused in my goddamn channel trying to figure out what I need to do. I do. And, you know, and that probably make people mad. You know, they say, oh, she just into herself. God damn it. If I sit and fixate on somebody else, I'm going to miss my blessing. I'm going to miss the changes that's happening daily for me to keep up with. I can't keep up with everybody else's channel. You know? So I have to put energy into my channel. This takes energy, you guys. Doing content to really break down stories, you got to know what you're talking about. So which means you got to go do research so it don't just stop when you hit the end live button. Blogging don't just stop when you do that. You have to go and do research so you will know what you're talking about. Instead of just hitting the live button and just coming out here talking out your ass. That's just not how it goes. You got to keep up with the stories. You got to know what's going on. And if you're talking about a lot of different stories, then that's a lot of different research that you have to do. So who have time when you're blogging on multiple stories to be fixated on one other person that you feel that you lost something because y'all no longer connected? You fixated on what they're doing. What it is that they're doing. You know? So anyway, I'm not out here on YouTube to fight. I'm out here to cover stories. And this is a great income for me. But not just income. I have developed really close friendships, sisterhoods, just overall love from my supporters, right? I have, some of us have gotten close and we talk behind the scenes, but some of us, we don't even talk behind the scenes, but we've gotten close because when we see each other online, we're going to speak online. Some of y'all, I get to know just from in my chat, Now, one day, I am going to, have something to where I invite all my supporters to. Like maybe, I don't know about no Airbnb type situation, but, maybe like how Tasha K did it. Just rent out a space or whatever and just have you guys come and we're going to do that one day. I'm not going to say when because I don't know. But yeah, we're going to do that because this becomes, it actually becomes kind of like a family kind of sense, But I like breaking down stories. I like, I like learning stuff on my own as well. Because sometimes when I'm breaking down stories, some of you guys be like, oh, but Amor, I saw that this happened and that happened. I'm like, for real? Really? That happened? I literally got to know the Cora story from my audience. And then y'all start sending me all type of videos that y'all had kept that may have been, was maybe, deleted, but y'all had already recorded it. And y'all sent me all of this information. And I was like, wow. And I found out about it. And it became very interesting. And then I introduced the Cora story to some of y'all. Some of y'all didn't even know nothing about the Cora story. And I introduced it to y'all. Right? So, I mean, I'm going to continue to blog, you guys. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to continue to blog on different stories that's out there, right? Some days we just going to have small talks. But some days most days, we're going to learn about the different things that's happening on social media and in the news, okay? Thank y'all so much. She said, we will always support Amor, so stay jealous and mad, Bookie butt. Thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. She said, my favorite blogger and TV show. Love you, Amor, Mods, and LOUDTalkerz. Thank you. And when I saw that the other day, old girl had me on her TV. Let me show you. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. She literally put me on her TV. Y'all, look what Johnnel did. I swear, y'all. Like, I'm not, and I ain't taking nothing away from him if he wants to be a daddy and this, that, and the other. But Joker, I just don't understand how you can act like you want to be a daddy, but you don't think that they need financial assistance just because your kid's mother makes money. But you know what? I will say that some men do feel that way because my son's father had said the same thing to me. He said, you make double than what I make. What you need my money for? So some men do believe that if the woman makes more money, then she should not be receiving any financial support. But let me pull up what I saw that I look, this right here, I saw this and I was like, look at this. She is sitting in her theater room, baby, with me on the mother effing TV, y'all. I mean, on this big screen. Look. I love it. I love that, y'all. I love this. I love it. I'm on the big screens, baby. You hear me? I am on the big screens, baby. Nah, seriously, this makes me feel good. And somebody will literally go in their movie theater room and listen to Talk About It with Amora, baby. I am on the big screens. Who knows, though? Who knows where this may take me? Who knows? I might be on the big screens one day. Who knows? Okay. She says, I know. I didn't know about Cora either. Until you start talking about it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's so many stories out here that we could cover, right? literally. And it will put us in a different algorithm. We can cover these stories. And that's how I've picked up so many subscribers here lately. Like, I am so happy, y'all. Y'all would not believe how close I am to 17K. Let me look today. Hold on. Ooh. Y'all, guess how close I am to 17K? We're going to celebrate too, y'all. We're going to celebrate. They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. Anyway, listen. I want somebody to put down below, how close do you think I am to 17,000 subscribers? Right now, I'm at 16,900 something. 16,900 and something. How close am I? Shit, I got to calculate it myself. Oh, how close? Oh, not that close, Queen. Oh, I wish. Not that close. 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 No. Not that close. She said 16,980. Not exactly. I am 31 persons away. 31 persons away from 17,000. So I just got to keep doing stories. I got to keep going live. I got to keep breaking down. I got to maybe even pick up another story. I may even need to pick up another story. I'm now starting to back talking about David, D4VD, right? So I put him on a thumbnail because I covered him with not Cora, but I covered him with Holly the other day. But I got to cover him by himself. Because believe it or not, each time you cover someone, not each time, sometimes you don't, but sometimes you pick up subs, sometimes you don't. Let me see if I pick any up on this one. Hold on. I don't know if I picked any up on this one. Let me see. No, I didn't pick any up on that one. Okay, I thought I would have. But sometimes you pick up subs and sometimes you don't. I didn't pick up any on that one. But maybe if I did him by itself, I know when I start covering the Anthony, Carmelo Anthony, I will pick up subs, right? She said, can you give us an update on Ashley Cage tomorrow? Yes, I can, Rita. Yes, I can. I literally just found out a lot of information last night because of why? Because I was doing research. But I'm so glad that I'm in a space and sometimes we got to pat our own selves on the back. And I'm patting myself on the back to where, give me a second. I'm patting myself on the back to where I can go to another blogger's page and listen to them break down information, new updates that they've received with receipts. And I can come back to my page and I can deliver it in a different manner, right? In which they've shared. I can deliver it differently without putting them down as a blogger, without saying shit like, they don't know how to blog. They're suck. They the horrible person. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. I could literally listen to the information, interpret it how I want to, and come out and deliver it how I want to. I could do that. That's called skills, baby. But to go over and listen to how someone blog about something just to come back to the channel and say, did you hear her say this? Did you hear her say that? This person can't blog. I can't stand her. How can people listen to her? Right? With all types of false-ass information. All type of false-ass information. So nevertheless, I choose to give you guys a variety, okay? And I've had people inbox me and say, I didn't like you through the LaTruth saga, but I'm loving your new content. Keep going. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your support. Everybody's not, Let me tell you, and I think we know this, everybody is not going to like me on every story. You're not going to like the way I cover every story. So I'll lose some people covering some stories. They may not like me, but then I may pick up another story that they're like, "Ooh, I'm interested in that now. I'm back supporting." That's just how it goes out here. That's just how it works. You might not like Fox News when they speak highly. Matter of fact, let me give you a fine example. She said, "We love you and more and will always support you." Thank you so much, Demetrius. Let me give you a fine example. Y'all follow me for a moment. I know we on the end of talking about Briana and Johnnel. How many of y'all followed the election when Trump got put into office the first time? Did anybody raise your hand if you followed the election when Trump got put into office? Well, not put into office, but he won the election the first time. I don't know if you guys are political. Okay, I see one person. So, do you remember when CNN used to be a critic of Trump's? They complained about everything Trump did, and Fox was a advocate for Trump. Remember? Everything Trump did, Fox loved him. And CNN bashed him, right? They always had something negative to say. Do you know now it's changed? CNN is just as much of a critic. No, excuse me. CNN is a supporter of Trump, whereas Fox is a critic of Trump. Have y'all noticed that? Do you know what that means? And do you think I like CNN now? Hell no, right? But I was in love with CNN when they was a critic of Trump. And I couldn't stand Fox News when they was a supporter of Trump's. So different stories, what I'm trying to get to is different stories that you cover that she said CNN is scared of Trump. Now they are, but they didn't used to be. They did not used to be. They used to dog Trump out. Okay. She said that's why they're fake news. Exactly. But now, but if we look at that, we see you can love a channel when they are in support of this, right? And you cannot like them when they are in support of this. It happens, which means that tells me I'm going to lose supporters on certain stories and I'm going to gain supporters on other stories. And some supporters that I've lost, I've gained back. They literally are back. They inbox me, "Amore, I changed my name to this. I just don't want to be called out. I don't want people coming for me or my family. They know where I work. But this is my new name in the chat." I say, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So you lose some and you win some. But losses are not forever. And wins are not forever either. They're just not. You just got to take the good with the bad. They're here today, gone tomorrow. They'll be back. Or some of them may not come back. And some of them you don't want to come back. Stay your ass on over there. Don't you ever, ever, ever come back. But I know you still listen to me, Bookie. I know you still watch me, Bookie. You just not welcome to comment in my chat. But I know you watch me. I know you here. She said, I watch CSNBC and Don Lemon podcast. And a lot of people have started doing that, Cherie. Or Sherry. A lot of people have started doing that. A lot of people have started to watch their news from YouTube. From those that's not subjected to lean a certain way just because they work for a certain channel. Don Lemon now, I love him. You want to know why? Don Lemon come out here and tell it like it T.I. is. It is what it is. He calls it how he calls it. He can be as critical as he wants. And I'm going to tell you something. Don is making an MFing bag. He is making an MFing bag. You know? She says, I watched Don Lemon. Yep, the Lemon Head. She said, when you only watch one channel, you only get one point of view. Girl, you better say that. You better say that. Trump told them people he gonna send the people back to the Stone Age. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Trump funny. I watched Trump this morning, Jay and I. Sometimes we lay in the bed and we watch this shit because Jay in love with it. And sometimes I'm just forced to listen to it. But Trump was throwing so much shade at Obama, baby. Trump said only the good presidents get shot at, get attempted assassinated, right? Only the good ones. Only those that are doing the good stuff. If you ain't doing something right, then they ain't trying to assassinate you. I said this joker is definitely throwing some shade. He throws shade every day. He's funny in his own sense, but he's also he's an asshole. But he knows he's an asshole. He knows he's an asshole. And I believe that ain't nothing going to change anything about him. He's going to be who he is. He is. So anyway, with that said, I don't know. I may start covering some of the Trump stuff, but I already know if I do that, ooh, Lord, my audience, because they don't hold nothing back, honey. They don't hold nothing back. So I don't know. Maybe I should stay away from that because maybe their audience is something serious. Matter of fact, when Trump was on this morning, and we was watching him on YouTube, and somebody in the comments were saying it was Trump giving his speech of how they had to, get him up out of there, and it was quick, and he was praising the security team or whatever, saying how great they did or whatever. And people were in the comments literally saying, well, better luck next time. Basically telling the person that tried to or attempted to do whatever they trying to say he attempted to do, because at this point, I don't even know what they try to say he attempted to do, right? But nevertheless, people was in the comments saying, better luck next time, like try harder or you'll do good next time. I said, Lord Jesus. She said, wow, the scary part is the clown will believe Trump when he says that. When he says what? He told them what he was going to do and they still voted for him. I mean, hey, but you got to give him credit for it. Hey, he's an upfront guy. He definitely let you know what type of person he is. So like, he definitely tell you, hey, this is me. You like it or you don't. As far as TV news, I watch MSN now. I used to be at MSNBC. Oh, what now? It used to be now it's called what? MS? Oh, it's MS News? Oh, okay. He thought Greece was a person. The country? Damn. Anyway, I think some of that stuff he does out of laughter. I think it's really just to make people laugh. And can you imagine me if I start blogging on Trump? Can you imagine what some people would say? Now she over there fucking with Trump. Now she over there fucking with Trump. Why don't she just blog about her life and her life only? That's it. We don't want to hear no stories that she do. We just want her to blog off of her life only. Just her life only. Girl, go get a whole life yourself. My channel is for my supporters. If you are not a supporter of mine, then what I blog about is not for you. It's not for you. Petty Ready said, leave Trump alone. Leave Trump alone. But what I blog about, if you are not a supporter of mine, it is not for you. It is not for you. Seriously. Why can't people understand that? If you don't support me, then it's not for you. He didn't know he was the president of Puerto Rico. Girl, stop. Yeah, that was some years ago he said that, right? Yeah, he said they was just a piece of shit island out in the middle of the ocean or whatever. Like, he didn't know that, they are a territory of America. They part of us. Shit, we covered down on them. We are responsible for them. He was like, they're just a piece of shit floating out in the middle of the damn ocean. Yeah, well, hello. We're responsible for that piece of shit. Yeah, that piece of shit is, yeah, that's us. That's us. That's us. Okay. She said, if you talk about your life, they still gonna hate. You're right, Trina. You are absolutely right. If I talk about my life, if I splash in my pool, they mad. If I go live in my house, they mad. If my housekeepers are here, they mad. If my gardener here, they mad. If I walk around my neighborhood and show my community, they mad. So it doesn't matter. If I go get a massage and she's talking about, we don't need no Trump over here. Politics free zone. User sitting. Hey, who is that though? Who said that? It just says user. We don't need no Trump over here. So it doesn't matter what I talk about. People gonna have something to say. If I go to the mall and blog from the mall, they're gonna say something. If I blog from a restaurant, they're gonna say something. It just don't matter. It really does not matter. When people their motive is to hate on whatever it is that you do, to bring a negative light over everything that you do and accuse your channel of being negative, but they're the only one out here calling names, degrading people, speaking on people's children, speaking on people's marriage, speaking on people, anything, friendships. You got to take a look and say, wait a minute. How are they saying somebody else is negative and demonic when they're being negative and demonic themselves and have been so for months? Months. Normally when people get into it, when the content creators get into it, they may go back and forth for maybe 2 weeks and then they chill. There's only a few of them that went fucking forever, right? Well, me and Amber did go a year. Actually, I think more than a year, maybe 2 years. But we even had our own stops. We stopped. I tried to stop with Amber plenty of times. Amber didn't want to stop with me. But what did Amber say? I made my biggest bag going back and forth with Nasty Nate. With Nasty Nate, I made my biggest bag. So just know, some of these people are doing this because they know that's the only way they're going to get people to pull up in their chat. And that's the only way they're going to get 50 cents from YouTube. Okay? So with that said, I'm about to end because I have a class in 30 minutes and I want to send the link out so I could be prepared. But she said, I told you flopping around like a fish, damn tongue ain't good for nothing. Listen, I and I'm not even really on here to be trying to call nobody names or anything like that. That's so elementary and juvenile, but at the same time, like, I just wish that we can practice the peace that we claim we are about, okay? If we are about peace and ain't nobody else over here on YouTube in this sector, I want y'all to pay attention. Ain't nobody else on YouTube in our sector attacking another blogger for blogging except for one person. One person. One person or is over here trying to keep up shit, trying to keep up mess. Only one person. Everybody else, they just blogging. Blogging. Only one person. Only one person. She said, y'all still here? I have shopping at Lowe's. Are you out shopping at Lowe's? Well, anyway, I'm about to end this live stream, but I want to give y'all a shout out before I end because I don't want to be late. Thank you so much, Big Sis Glenn. Slap your mama, your mammy. Thank you so much, Tawana. Thank you, Rita. Barbara C. Thank you. Quiet Storms. Thank you so much, Joanne. We got Nicole. Thank you. Steffi. Thank you, honey. Monique. Thank you, darling. Miss Carla, Brown Eyes, and Nell. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you again, Nell. MB, thank you so much. Carla, thank you. 200K back to back. Thank you, baby. Binkity, bink, 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 bink. Thank you. 200K again. Thank you. Barbara C again. Thank you. Big Sis Glenn. Thank you again. Nisi, thank you, baby. Dakota, thank you. She said, Johnnel is a product of the home environment he grew up in. According to research, children who grow up in an abusive home are 85% more likely to either become the abuser or be abused. Damn. Thank you. Thank you, sis, Barbara C. Thank you so much. She said, we will always support you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Livia. Thank you, Tawana, again. Thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that membership, Cassandra. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Kamitris, always coming through with love. Thank you, baby, and Angie. Thank you so much. I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that thumbs up button. I have something to do in 30 minutes, but I got to get the link out to the ladies to give them time to make sure they make it there. So if you pay for my relationship strategy course, right, please check your inbox for the link. I'm getting ready to set it up now and send you the link, and I will be on at 6, which is in 30 minutes, okay? I love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Thanks for being an amazing audience. Bye-bye.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Yay! She kept talking about that family.
Hoes over there.
She kept talking about that family. 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 That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers don't be wanting to listen on them. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.